What's going on, guys? Anthony back with Metal Miners. Man, I just took a look in the mirror on the way in here and looked like I aged 10 years, so I better hurry up with this before I kick the bucket. I got some, like I told y'all last video, I've got some vinyl that's been stacking over here for a couple months. Some of the older stuff, or not older, but the stuff that came in first has been here a couple months. Got a few things in last week. But I want to take some time and show y'all some of this stuff before it keeps piling up. Some of it may be of interest to you. All of it is worthy of your consideration, I think. Only the good stuff, baby. I wouldn't pull out something that was second rate to show you guys. I can't afford to buy stuff that ain't no good. So in the background, this one's kind of shiny. I'm going to try to lean it so you can see. Several people showed this one. This is Ataraxy, the last mirror. Let's see here. Well, there's the back cover there. If you're not familiar with these guys, they're a four-piece out of Spain. There's the guys there. This is a 2022 release on Misako Oho Records. Got to tell you, but this cover art is by a guy named Rodrigo Salvatierra, I think so. Death metal out of Spain. These are four-piece. You get 7 tracks on here. 4 on the A side, 3 on the B side. 41 minutes of music. Just killer stuff. Been at it since 2009 when the demo came out. Then had an EP in 2010, and this is their 3rd full length. Super stuff. It's got some distressed vocals, as you'll hear in the background. Lots of atmosphere, thick and heavy, with doomy passages throughout. Mike and his wife talked about it the other day on his channel. And if you want a very good review of it that you'll have to read, go on Metal Archives up under this album and look at Natskog 7's review, and you'll enjoy that. Or you can go over and watch Mike and his wife do it at Black Sheep Requiem. You need to check them out anyway. She is a trip. Here's one you may be interested in. Cardiac Arrest, a parallel dimension of despair. Of course, these guys are legends out of Chicago. This is a 2018 release. The CD came on Memento Mori. This is a Flogo Records release here. Juanjo Castellano did the art. Death metal, 4-piece. You get 11 tracks on this one, totaling a little over 46 minutes of music. These boys have been at it since 1997, and this is their 6th full length out of 7 total, the last one being in 2020. Old school death metal out of Chicago, needs no introduction. These guys have been doing it for a long time, know how to do it. They're legends in the Midwest scene. Super stuff. Came on just black vinyl, as it should be. Alright, moving right along. The next one is one I've actually shown when it first came out, but I had it on cassette, and I had high hopes that one day there would be a vinyl release of it, and finally my dream has came true. By the way, that Cardiac Arrest came from Hell's Headbangers, and Rotted Life is where I got the Ataraxy. This one, I am pleased to show y'all, Cathartic, Ceremonial Resurrection. This one's out on a label that maybe you're not familiar with, but you should be. Adirondack Black Mass. It's limited to 250, and you see there they're hand numbered, and I got number 57. This originally came out in 2020 on Concrete Records on CD. I've got a cassette copy over there, but I can't remember who it came out on. My mind's just blown. Again, Juanjo Castellano did this art. death metal out of Mexico. These guys, man, like I said when I showed y'all the cassette, who knows when, these young guys, there they are right there, 4-piece. You get 6 tracks on this one, 21.5 minutes. There's all the thank you notes and all that good stuff with lyrics on that side. These guys been at it since 2019. This was their first release. However, they have a new one out, Through the Abysmal Gates of the Subconscious. It's out on CD now. I'm not sure who has it, but look it up and get you a copy of that. I'm hoping that it gets a vinyl issue as well. Mastered by Dan Swano. They have a youthful energy that is undeniable. They bring that blistering Mexican death metal that we all love. You got to get you a copy of that. Like I say, Adirondack Black Mass. I think they've got the fastest shipping in the industry, man. I'm telling you, it seems like it's in the mail before your order gets dry good. Came on that black vinyl. 250 of them. I'm sure there's some still available. Check them guys out, show them some love. Get you a copy. Give them a shout on social media. They are friendly guys. This here caught my eye. These are the first time they've been released on vinyl. I sampled a few of them and just went ahead and picked them up all 3. I don't know why I was sick. I lay around and spend more money than I really could afford to, but these are just awesome job here on these releases. This is Pessimist, and this was their Cult of the Initiated first debut. This is their debut vinyl. Comes in this gatefold here. If you're not familiar with these guys, this one came out in 1997. This is a reissue, first time on vinyl, from Season of Mist. There's the back cover. These are remastered. That cover art there is by BDL Designs. Death metal out of Baltimore, Maryland early, then they moved to Los Angeles later. 4-piece here, you get 10 tracks. I'm not sure about the runtime. Here's the hype sticker there, you see, long time out of print, first time ever featuring new art, just on black vinyl. If you're not familiar with Pessimist, the best way I can describe these guys is, if you think of Glenn Benton singing, and you know, that style of music, and maybe a little bit of Morbid Angel in there, and then sometimes it even gets it even almost approaches something like Angel Corpse, but kind of slows back down. It's got that 2-vocal style. It's got a vocalist, and the backup vocals is done by another guy. Just super stuff. I mean, I don't really know how to explain it. You need to listen to it. This was their first full length. They had a demo. They've been at it since '89. Had a demo back in '89. Then they had a couple of breaks. This was their first full length. 2 demos. Been at it since '89. 2 demos, one in '93, one in '94, and then they had an EP in '95, and this was their first full length. Can't read my own writing. This is limited to 300 copies. 300 or 600 copies, 300 black, and then 300 come on a black and a blue and white marble. Like I said, I picked them up at Season of Mist. They're excellently done, beautiful gatefolds. If you haven't heard of Pessimist, you need to check them out. And this was their second release. This one came out in 1999 on Lost Disciples Records. They did the CD. This is a 2021 reissue, remastered on Season of Mist. Mike Harrison did that art. Check that out. There's the back cover, a live shot. You'll see there that it's 11 tracks. Got a couple bonus tracks on there. It's a gatefold. Super cool stuff. Still a 4-piece, still the same band members as the first one. 11 tracks on this one, 48.5 minutes of music. Again, there is the hype sticker, first press 300 copies worldwide on black. There was also 300 that came on a red and black marble. There's the center labels. Super cool stuff. Musically, this one's much the same as the first, continuing on that line. Some of the dual vocal approach, that Glenn Benton style approach, is kind of fading away, but it's still in there. Still the 4 original members. But then when we come to the third release, and there's the hype sticker there, 20th anniversary of Slaughter of the Faithful is the name of this one. This was a 2002 release on Lost Disciple Records on CD, and this is a 2021 repress on Season of Mist. Again, it is a beautiful gatefold. There's the guys. Third and last full length to date, at any rate. 3 of the 4 members changed on this. Only original member was the guitarist Kelly McLaughlin, who did the backup vocals as well. This one is actually produced by Eric Rutan and recorded in Tampa, Florida. This one was limited to 300 black and 300 on yellow, red, and orange marble. This one, the vocals are more of a deep guttural throughout the album. The music is basically the same, more of a leaning toward the straight up death metal as the early ones. You know, almost pushed into, it was extreme for its time, put it that way. If you haven't heard of these guys, I stumble over my words trying to describe this stuff. You need to check them out. Check out the first one. That's the one everybody seems to rave about. But as it progresses through the years, the vocals change just a little bit more and becomes more of a straightforward one vocal approach. I think you'll enjoy it. Like I say, Season of Mist has got them. They're reasonably priced. John Zig did this cover art here, by the way. Cool stuff. Absolutely wonderful. Only the good stuff. And these two I picked up because I am a fan. They weren't necessary, but I love these guys. Cody and I go see them every time they come around. Of course, this is Obituary, Slowly We Rot, Live and Rotting. This is a 2022 Relapse release. That original artwork there off the Slowly We Rot album was by Rob Mayworth. Death metal out of Florida, naturally a 5-piece. 13 tracks on this one, a little over 42 minutes of music. Of course, these are live albums that were done in the studio during the lockdown. Only to Rot Again. Cool stuff. This was their debut 1989 release, Slowly We Rot. And this is the live version of just last year on Relapse. Quality done. This one came on what they call slime green. I guess that's what they call this. It is green, 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 brother, I tell you. Cool stuff, man. I've got Slowly We Rot on a green vinyl, very similar to this. Like I said, they're not necessary, but if you're a fan, they got several different variants. They got CD, DVD editions, which I would like to have the DVD where I can see the guys live, because I'm telling you, they are legends, death metal legends. And while I was there, I went ahead and picked up the other one. This is Cause of Death, Live Infection. Of course, this was their 1990 album. This one you get 9 tracks, a little over 45 minutes of music. Again, Relapse Records did this. Michael Whelan did that legendary original artwork. Terry Butler, Trevor Perez, the Tardy brothers, John and Donald, and of course Kenny Andrews playing lead guitar. Killer stuff, man. Just a good way to support the band. Love these guys, man. You go see them at a show, you walk up to them and talk to them just like, you know, they're one of the guys, man. They always have time for you, and that's rare these days, man. Somebody treats you like a human being. Check that out. Super, super cool stuff. Just a few more and I'll let you go. Not spending a whole lot of time on these. Like I say, I'm way behind and willing to make a deal, as the song says. This one's another one that I had on cassette when it first came out, and I just loved it and finally found a vinyl copy. This is Teratoma. I seen Steve show this the other day. There's the back cover. If you're not familiar with these guys, this death metal out of Germany. It's a 5-piece, naturally. You see them there. 6 tracks, about 30.5 minutes of music. Marcio Blasphemer did this art. 2022 release on Unorthodox Emanations. The older I get, the less I can talk. Thinking about starting back drinking or something. I don't know. I gotta have some relief. This is their only release, and I'm telling you, this is a good one. Like I said, I showed it when it first came out on cassette, and my opinion hasn't changed. This is superb. Finally got a vinyl copy. Super mid-pace death metal. I got this one at Adirondack Black Mass as well. You need to go check that distro out if you haven't. I'm telling you, the boy ships fast. So I guess it's a man, it may be a woman, I'm just assuming. There's the black vinyl. Super cool. Teratoma Purulent Manifestations is the name of that one. 2 more and we gone. This one's one I'm super excited about. Cadaver Coils. The name of this one's Offerings of Rapture and Decay. This is a full-length 2022 on Iron Bonehead. Just, man, what can I say about this one? This is just awesome, awesome, awesome. I seen my friend Roger show this thing, and I had to have. I finally found me a copy, like a Adirondack Black Mass. Again, they've got some stuff. I don't know where he finds it. Belial Necro Arts did this art here. Death metal out of Athens, Greece. This is a one-man deal. You get 6 tracks on here, almost 37 minutes of music. Active since 2021, and this is it. And I'm telling you, this is superb. Everything is written and performed by a guy named Naos, N-A-O-S. Band. Let me read you what the Bandcamp description says about this. It says, pure and proud old school death metal with the stench of doom and blackness, with a atmosphere most sinister. Man, I need a typewriter because I can't read. That's a great example. For me, it's something, I've been trying to get more into this black metal because I need to be able to have the conversation when Cody comes around, because he's really into it. And this is a good way for me to get into it because it's blackened enough that you could almost say it was black metalish and he would listen to it, but it's death metal enough that I would listen to it. And both of them are done well enough that we both would enjoy it. I think you would too. It's super stuff. It's got doomy elements. It's got blackened parts. But the musically, it is top notch. This guy is a force to be reckoned with. Like I said, Adirondack Black Mass had it. I seen the other day, I think Dark Descent had some. Just super cool stuff. You know, the Greeks have that. They just do it right. No matter what extreme genre they pick out to do, they seem to be naturals at it. Cool center labels there. Super stuff. I would surely recommend it highly to you if you hadn't heard from it. And here's one that everybody's seen and probably owns. I somehow missed it, and I needed to get this copy, and I finally found this one, the Adirondack Black Mass, and picked it up as well. Skelethal of the Depths, 2017 on Hell's Headbangers. This is a 2021 repress. There's the guys there. I guess they're up to a 4-piece now, but back then It was these two guys here. Been at it since 2012, and this was their debut full length. Absolutely fantastic. I'm telling you, it don't get much better than this in my opinion. Again, a fine example of youthful energy and just amazing musicianships to be this age. Super cool stuff. If you haven't heard of Skelethal, time to check them out. Death metal out of France. John Whiplash did that art, and it is a masterful piece. Just great stuff, man. I'm so glad to have this one. This one, 300 copies on blue cloudy vinyl. Like I say, this is a 2021 repress on Hell's Headbangers. I don't know if the lighting's going to do that justice, but it is crazy stuff, man. Cool stuff. That's it, man. That's about me. I appreciate y'all watching. Sorry for my stumbling around, man. I sometimes get too big a hurry doing this. I don't want to take too much of you guys' time, and don't want to hold you up and bore you. But I think all of these that I've showed you today are worthy of your consideration. If you hadn't heard of these, I urge you to take the time to go and check them out. Most of them are on Spotify or Bandcamp or somewhere. Check these things out. Go support these distros. Support these guys, man. I hope you find something you like. Comment. Let me know what you think. Appreciate you guys.